Hello, friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio. We are here live from the Virginia Chantilly studios at Kardec Radio, and we have a beautiful group that will be able to relate to you the latest releases regarding the Spiritist Youth event that was done in the beginning of July, July 6, 7, and 8, here in the greater metropolitan area of Washington, D.C. Many of you participated, and it's a joy to know that many people have been writing to us, asking questions. How have you done it? How have you put together this? I have friends who send messages from different places in our planet asking, how did they compile the agreement? How did they do this and the other? Because we didn't do the live streaming. But right now, the good news is that we have the beginning of the website, spiritistyouth.org or spiritistyouth.com. Sponsored by Kardec Radio, the website is going to be the venue through which the information is being released to you. And why is this important? Because the work that is being done is really for generations to come. We're not saying that this is the only generation that should be paid attention. We're saying that we need to change the paradigm of our relationship, the relationship between adults and teens. It's about time that we have, a true collaboration, and Spiritism was born through that collaboration. The beautiful collaboration between adults and teens. Yes, because the teens were the mediums. Kardec's mediums were teenagers. Yes, they were 14, 16, 18, 21, and he was very respectful and wise. He knew that he could do this work only in collaboration with them, and they knew that they could only do their work safely with the guidance of the adult Allan Kardec. So we now emulating Kardec as our reference, and we all know that the guiding model for all of us is Jesus, and Jesus is the master of this collaboration, transgenerational, or intergenerational, however we want to name it. But we know that Allan Kardec is for us the model. And in that proposal, we would like to create together. And that's why the first International Spiritist Youth Weekend was released as an opportunity for that collaboration. Much of what is going to be released is coming about today. I'm going to share the screen with you before I call the friends who are here with us to talk about it. I'm going to share the screen so you can see the parts of the website, spiritistyouth.org. Take a look and you will see. One second. There you go. I guess you guys can see it. And this is exactly how it looks like right now. spiritistyouth.com or .org is the website. And let me show to you just a little bit of it. I'm just double checking here to make sure that we can see exactly what it is. Right. Yes. Okay. And here we are. So as you can see on part of it, this is the website. And as you can see here, oops, hold on a second. All right, this is the home page. It's a home page that is beyond the first International Spiritist Youth Weekend. but the basis of it all started there. So we would like you to see a little bit of the features. We are under construction, as you can tell. It's a lot of work. And as you can see here, either here or in a tab on this side, you can click on the international agreement and you can get a hold of the PDF by clicking here, the PDF in English, and you can even download the PDF of the English version, which I won't allow to download right now because it made it turn, oh, there you go. Okay, so this is how it looks like. And forgive me for the delay here, but it takes time. And in the tab International Agreement of Action for the Spiritist Youth, you're going to find the agreement in all languages that are possible at this time. English, Portuguese, Spanish, and French. And if you click on them, you will be guided to the PDF of them so people can download and get to know more about it. Then we have youth animations, which were the animations done prior to the event. And the goal is to talk about the Spiritist teachings. Each one of them have features of the Spiritist books that are by Kardec, André Luiz, Emmanuel. And if you go down below in the homepage, you're going to find features event. I'll open two more just you have an idea about the ones that are already available, and hopefully later tonight we'll have the other ones as well. The creative interpretations that were done by the Spiritist youth. Okay, it's opening, and it was exhibited at the very beginning of the event in the welcome reception. And you can tell, like, in each one of them, you'll see the name of those who have submitted their creative interpretation to win the hotel accommodations. They are so precious, so inspirational. It's worthwhile working on it. And here you're going to see the featuring music by Javian Pereira, Fill Them With Love, which actually is going to play as you open this page. And this is, I would say, it can even be, according to the teams, they have said, it's like the theme song of the whole Spiritist Youth Weekend. So Javian is here with us. He's going to be able to talk about it, how he put together this song, and how he kindly played it and shared with us in the event. And finally, I want to show to you a little bit about the precious videos and posters that were put together in the opening ceremony. So here we're going to have this video and then the banner under about the governance of the earth. We're not going to talk a little more about this because now it's time to the line and talk to the friends who kindly have decided to join us. So here we have, oh, André is here. What a joy to see that André is joining us. So let's open up. Okay, hold on. The system is coming about. I'm going to call first and foremost Javen and Isabella because they were the first ones to tell me they would be here. And, you know, big part of it, and I'll bring Alan as well because they are part of the music committee. Okay, so here we have Isabella Silvestri, Alan Montanari, and Javian. So let's see if we can hear all of you. How are you, Javian?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm super smiling to see you here.
Thank you.
It's such a joy. How is your mom?
She's good. She's at the center right now.
Oh my, we loved meeting her. What an adorable soul. So congrats to her because she's doing a great job. Let me say this, okay, in the name of everybody. And here we have Isabella. Isabella, how are you?
Hi, Vanessa. Hi, friends. I'm good. So happy
So
to be here with you.
thank you so much, Isabella, for being with us. And Ellen Montanari is here. How are you, Ellen?
Doing great. Yeah, very happy to be here with you all as well.
Yeah. You know, Isabella and Ellen and Javian, they love music, right?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah. And in a big part of our first International Spiritist Youth Weekend and the Spiritist Youth Works is also through music. And we received the creative interpretation by Javian even before the event started. Fill them with love. And everybody's enchanted with the music, with the song. And we have received a request from the team leaders that we made this song like center stage in the website for everybody's reference. So Javian, tell us a little bit about this song, Fill Them With Love, that you have put together, please.
Well, it all started about the end of 2016, beginning of 2017. I'm not too sure when, but it was when I first started like the whole I guess you would call it composing, writing process. I wasn't too, I didn't know much about it, but I just started doing it, and more frequently I started doing it. And then this song came about, the idea of, a song, because all you hear on the radio are these songs about love and this and that, but it's more on a sensual aspect. And then I thought, I've heard a few. I was like, about a song about maybe changing the world, bringing about some sort of change. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe put something together, try to make something new, something different. And it just started going, and it came about. Didn't take too long to write it, but it was more the idea itself, it was something interesting to me. And that's how it came about pretty much.
Wow, that's amazing. That's beautiful, you know. And for Isabella, she was the one that brought you into this event, and we're so happy that she invited you. She made you and also Emily Carreiro come. So Isabella, tell us a little bit about what made you decide to come, be one of the adult facilitators, though you look like a teen, I have to say it. So tell us about, what made you decide to join forces in this event and also made you see like the potential of Javian and Emily joining and bringing their beautiful musical abilities to this event.
Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Well, I think I feel like a teen, and that's probably why I went to begin with. I said I'll be home, but I was just so inspired and so excited, seeing this kind of event for the first time, and just so motivated to be a part of it in any way that I could, and thinking about here the few teens that I do know. I had heard Javian sing this song probably about a year or so ago, maybe longer, and I just fell in love with it. And just having the possibility of bringing together the generations and collaborating. I love collaborating, and I think we so need to bring more of that to the adult world. And so having the chance to exchange and get the freshness that these young adults are bringing to us, and being able to work together is so wonderful. And I was so happy that he accepted the invitation, and Emily as well. And we all worked so well together. It was a real pleasure. It was just such a great weekend for all of us.
It was, Isabella. It was so beautiful, and we'll never forget those days. I have to say, for those who are watching us just go to spiritistyouth.com or .org and you have an idea about what's coming about. The videos are going to be soon placed there, so you see how especially the first day happened, but glimpses of the charity festival as well in videos will be there. But pictures, we have tons of pictures, and we have friends who have put together, Michele, Luciana Nicoliello, and we'll be soon posting them in the website so we can keep these days memorable to us. It's beyond just us. It's just something for the future generations. The status of our society, we know, has to change. In what aspect? People may be asking, what do we need to do? Well, we would say the minimum we can do is to respect the potential of all age groups. As Kardec says to us, clear cut in the Spirit's book, when he asked actually the spirits, is it possible that the spirit of a child be more evolved than us? And the spirits clearly stated, it's often the case. But what do we do with it? Nothing, because usually parents, educators, they don't trust that wisdom that is coming about. And what do we mean by it? That they are going to lead the way? No. We have to do our part, but we need to listen to their potential and to, like a gardener says, our dear Saint Augustine, in the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 14, item 9, we need to do like gardening work to see the potential and boost it and see what's not nice, trimming down to make sure that that beautiful potential is going to be blossoming and producing the fruits that is needed. So that's why, before I continue the conversation with Ellen, Javian, and Isabella, and I have more friends here, and André Correia is here soon. I'm going to open the line so he can share with us much about the works he's done on that day. Leandro Almeida is here with us, Carol Correa as well. There's so much to share, and just bear with me because I would like to share a little bit of what the wisdom brought by Emmanuel can clarify to us at this moment. In the book Living in Spring, chapter 169, Emmanuel says, let us seek eternity. And he says here, youthfulness is not a state of the flesh. There are young people in the world who have hearts filled with dreadful ruins. Let us remember the inner individual that continues to be renewed. Let us seek eternity. Let us seek eternity. I think, as Isabella said, she feels so youthful, and she is. And that's the goal of life. But we, past the teenager years, we keep our youthfulness by also boosting the youth that has much to work to be done, like the song by Javian. So Javian, now you worked so beautifully with Ella Montanari, Isabella Silvestre, Maria da Costa, and Emily Carreiro in the music committee. How did you feel about the moments you also played together? How was it for you?
I think it was a great experience, not only to perform for others, but also to connect with everyone, like even the other four that were there. It was a great bonding experience to get to know each other and, put out the good energy. It was good.
Besides playing your song, which for us was the highlight, what was the other highlight for you in terms of the music committee in both days, the
Besides
7th and the 8th? Yeah, besides playing your music, for us, undisputably, it was the highlight. But besides that moment, what was the highlight for you?
Not sure. I enjoyed it all as a whole. I don't know
Yeah.
if there was one particular moment that it was better than the other ones. They're all equally as great.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And Alan, you were there before the event started. You and Isabel and Maria worked in so much synchronicity amongst yourselves to prepare the basis so Javen and Emily could join you guys and do this beautiful work together. So how was it all for you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to steal a little bit the idea from Isabella because even though I'm on my 30s, I'm still feeling a little young inside. So it was great to be with all of them, to get to know Javian and Emily, who worked with us in the musical group, and also everybody in there. And I remember the first time when Isabella shared with me the song that Javian recorded, and I listened, and it was really great. I was like, wow. And then I remember she said, he's 17. And I was like, no way.
Oh my
He's
I was
18
really
now.
surprised.
He turned 18 one day after the event.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, just like
Uh,
Emmanuel. Oh my gosh. Okay.
yeah. So happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Javian.
Thank
And
you.
what really stuck me when I was listening to your song and the way you wrote it, and also when I got to know you, when I was there in person, it was the connection with your heart and the art that you are expressing. And I think that's really important because your song is not only like waves in space. We can feel that it's coming from a beautiful youth heart willing to change the world and willing to express the ideas that you wrote it. And I think that was something really fantastic for me, JJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the question is here. People are listening, they're watching us, and they're asking, are they going to play the song or do we have to listen to it from the website? What do you think?
Can we play, Javian?
Of course. Oh my gosh, where is he? He disappeared. Oh no. I think it's probably the internet, but let me share with you guys since I'll see if he's back already. And oh yeah, he's back. 1 second, let me bring him back. Oops. Internet today is a little slow. Hold on. Yeah, I think he's coming up
There
again.
you
There it
go.
is.
He's back.
Oh, he's back. Javian, we cannot
Yes.
see you though. Let me see. No, we cannot see you, though we can hear you.
Yeah.
We can see
Do
him
you
now.
want to play? Yeah?
Yes. I received the email and I have my guitar. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we're all yours. Though we cannot see you, but we can hear you.
Okay.
We can see him. He's showing on the Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, so let me see. All right. Okay.
It's so catchy. I've ever since the event have been playing it on my head constantly, like over and over.
That's right.
Right. But the beauty of it all is now it's immortalized in the website.
Yay.
Because people can go there, they click on there, boom. And it's in the SoundCloud of Kardec Radio as well. So people can listen to it. Okay, we are all yours, Javian.
Okay. You see the world, you see the hate, you see the war, no open door, no open door. You see the pain in all the faces, all the places, see no stand, you see no stand. Open up their minds and show them that you can. Live a life without any pressures or demands. Open up their heart and show them what's inside. And fly, fly, fly. 'Cause I have hope in all of us. All our souls are filled with love. Just look in and open up and fill them with love. We all have to be free. Spread happiness, no misery. Turn our hands and rise above and fill them with love. And fill them with love. Fill them with love. You see the fear, no open mind. They are so blind to all the tears, to all the tears. You see no light. You see the violence, see the hatred through the night. Oh, through the night. Open up their minds and show them that you can. Live a life without any pressures or demands. Open up their heart and show them what's inside. And fly, fly, fly. 'Cause I have hope in all of us. All our souls are filled with love. Just look in and open up and fill them with love. We all have to be free. Spread happiness and misery. Join our hands and rise above and fill them with love. Fill them with love. Fill them with love. Come on, let the love in. Come on, spread the love out. Come on, let the love in and spread it all about. Oh, 'cause I have hope in all of us. All our souls are filled with love. Just look in and open up and fill them with love. We all have to be free. Spread happiness and misery. Turn our hands and rise above and fill them with love. Fill them with love. Fill them with love.
I am filled with love. How about you guys? Oh my gosh, love feels so good. Thank you so much, Javian.
The
Right?
grumble and the tears.
Oh my gosh, I forgot I had makeup. Oh no.
Thank you.
That's so beautiful.
Thank
Oh
you.
man, what a blessing. And you know, I want to say something. Since Isabella, Ellen, and Javian work so intensely with music, with arts, one of the workshops we had for the teens was also related to arts. And we know since Leon Denis' time, since Kardec's time, to say the truth, with the dialogues, uh, Moser's dialogues, and many other composers and poets, since Kardec's time, immortalized in the Spiritist magazine. We know that Spiritism has a role. Leon Denis says in the book Spiritism in the Arts, which is already in English, and you can find in the website spiritist.us, that Spiritism has the role to restore the true beauty and the harmony of arts in general. So, Alan, Isabella, Javian, how do you feel this event has given, even if it's a little contribution, but walked a little bit towards that direction?
Well, I think through music was a great way to guide all of us, guide all the youth through that direction. We played quite a few songs on Saturday during the event, and also during the charity festival on Sunday. And as you just mentioned, Vanessa, we also had the workshop in the afternoon, where we worked with our team leader Bruna, developing the website for posting arts in the future, and proposing the idea actually to create a platform where other youth across North America can share ideas about arts in regards to paintings or poetry or musics like the one that Javian just wrote in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you know, people have been asking what happened there, when is it going to be released? In the website Spiritist Youth, we're going to open all the products. And just to give you an idea, they are here. Products like this created on the very day by Bia Lopes and others, and Bruna and Tiago and André Correia and Fernando Oliveira. We have them with us. Of course, there is more work to be done. It's on us to keep the promise and to bring it forth. It's going to be published in the Spiritist magazine, but pretty soon we will be opening opportunity for the youth who wants to lead programs that will keep the commitment live, because the most important thing, Alan and Javian and Isabella, is the message. Us, we don't, it's not about us individuals, but the message that stays immortalized. Like Kardec, when he published the works of the mediums, he didn't put himself as the forefront. He was also a medium in a way, though not a medium spiritually speaking, but he was the instrument through which the compilation of the mediums came to life. So for all of us, the adults and the teens, we're working together to make sure that the beautiful works that happened on those days come to life. So Isabella, the charity festival was the crowning moment of that weekend, I think. For the feedback of everybody, the charity festival was supreme. And I have to confess, when Karen and I met the night before the charity festival to recap the plan and to see what else we needed to adjust, we prayed saying, oh my gosh, we're going to be in the streets. And we know we have a beautiful crowd, the homeless, but it's a tough crowd sometimes. And we'll have so much to do. We just so hope that things happen very smoothly. And confession is that we were surprised to see that things were really heavenly, to levels that only Divaldo Franco explains. He said, it's the sign of the presence of the Christ on earth on those days. This was the message of Divaldo Franco to us regarding those days. So, Isabella, what was for you to play in the Ben Franklin Square Park in Washington, D.C., for brothers and sisters who are suffering to ways we cannot imagine, and be with friends, and especially teens and children, because we had children in the music committee that day, right?
Right, right. Yeah, absolutely. We had a big group. We had a few volunteers join in and just make it so much better. It was great. Vanessa, I'd say that music just has a way of breaking through barriers, of communicating past just language and just a rational understanding, which we all know is extremely important, but especially in such a vulnerable population, the need to just reach their hearts and connect at that level. And the music and I think arts in general, it's creative platforms, but the music has such a way that helps us connect to our sentiments and our intentions and helping deliver it. It kind of, because in speaking on everyday lives, there's so many ideas and thoughts and things happening everywhere and so much energy, and the music just creates those waves that, it just helps us connect on that level. And it was so wonderful to be a part of that and collaborating and just, bringing joy and bringing some more songs of reflections when needed. But mostly I think the joy of just being able to, lift everybody's spirits up and just connect at that level. It just helps kind of hold us together, I think, at such a level. is wonderful.
It was so magical, right? It was magical.
Yes, that's the word.
Right. And Ellen, I will never forget when I saw Isabella Patterson, who is only 9, and um, we had Isabella Cabral.
We had 3
Then he
Isabellas,
was,
right?
yes, and then we had Isabella Silvestre, like 3 Isabellas. Oh my gosh. And we had Emily 13, Javian 17, then the next day he was 18. And then you guys, Maria da Costa, you, Alan, and Isabella Silvestre, you were there. And I saw, we know the friends from the Franklin Square Park for the Sunday services, but I've never seen them so happy, so joyful. And though we sing to them, but it's not the same because we're not experts. But we don't have instruments when we sing to them. And but we saw the light, the happiness in their faces. And what was the highlight for you, Ellen, that day for the
Uh,
charity festival?
There were some moments like while we were playing that we were able to see people dancing, sometimes right in front of us, but sometimes even far away. They were sitting and having lunch far away, but you could see that they were connected. And like Isabella just said, the message was being spread out and created a very nice environment connecting all of our hearts here. So these small images that I remember seeing people dancing around and singing along with us, even sometimes far away in some tables. That was really great to see that kind of connection.
Yeah, you're right. And I think at the end, when you guys played the last 2 songs, we could feel, some of us could even see like light bubbles and, like going straight to the White House. That's a good thing, I guess.
That's good.
But, the beauty of it all is that there was so much lightness of the heart that day. And thanks to music, and we cannot thank enough for the beautiful works that you guys have done. It was really precious. And on the day before, for me, the little bit that there were so many beautiful moments when you guys played with the kids, but also when you played the music Happy. And then I feel moved even saying this when I remember the teens standing up and dancing. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that they really like this music that much, right? That they felt like dancing, and we have the pictures and we have the video. So good job, Javian. It's a delight to have you in this beautiful teamwork effort, and we hope that you stay together and bring more of your friends. And we have to thank Peter Hayes, right? Because Peter Hayes was the one, Isabella.
Yes, he taught him how to
Yes.
play.
You want to talk a little bit about the work of Peter Hayes in teaching you? I don't know. Can you tell a little bit to us about this, Javian?
Yeah, well, I started playing guitar when I was, I think, 13. I'm not sure. I don't remember. My mom would know better. But yeah, I think he already gave lessons at our center. And then I was interested and I asked him about it. And he was so willing to just take me in and start something new. And ever since, he's been working with many of our young kids and now adults as well. He has an adult class. And he's always willing to, just take an hour or however long it takes to teach you and make sure you understand what you're doing. And I'm really grateful for that. He does
Wow.
really big things at our center.
And that's true wisdom from the Love and Light Spiritist Center to open that opportunity within the center. It's really beautiful. And I can't forget Natalia Gonzalez was there as well. Because when I talk about music in the center, Natalia Gonzalez representing the Puerto Rican Spiritist movement, the Escuela de Consejo Moral, she was there. And I tell you, hopefully next year they will allow us to have the whole choir with her dad being the conductor. I haven't seen anything like that in terms of a choir, and she was present in the charity festival as one of the musicians, right? If I may say this way. So I want to thank you, Javian, thank Isabella and Alan for this beautiful sharing today with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And now I have more. I'm gonna bring André Correa. And believe it or not, they are not family, but Carol Correa is here too. And she is going to be here with us as well. Oh, my computer is a little slow, so little by little I'll be able. And Leandro Almeida will be telling us about some other parts of this event and the production of it all. That is so beautiful. Okay, 1 second. The computer is helping me. That's my affirmation. Okay. Okay. And 2, 1. Here he comes. André Correia. Is he here with us? Yay. What
Hi.
a
Can you hear me?
joy. How are you, André?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you guys?
Oh, wonderful. Now that we can see you too, thank you for joining us, Andre. I'll be talking to you in a minute. Now, Kara Correa is here with us. People know her, right? And Leandro Almeida. Thank you, Leandro, as well for joining us. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. A pleasure to be here.
Oh, yeah, sometimes I mention about this and I forget to say where people are located. Leandro is in North Carolina, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
in Raleigh,
And
North
yeah,
Carolina.
yeah. And there is a group there, right, Leandro?
Yes, we have a group here. We have some activities, studies, and charity activities.
Exactly. That's beautiful. And you have beautiful daughters that have participated in the Spiritist Symposium, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
One of
that's
my daughters
beautiful.
was there last year.
Oh, adorable. Congratulations, Leandro. And Carol Correa, people know she's part of the Cardiac Radio team in the Spirit side of Virginia, right, Carol?
Right on. Yes.
Okay. Now, Andre, now let's talk to you. You were one of the team leaders
Mm-hmm.
of this event, and you were part of this beautiful effort of adults and teens. And one of the functions there that you played was being an MC with Mahala.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to share? Anything? The mic is on you now. Tell us about what you feel about the first Spiritist Youth Weekend, being one of the MCs, etc.
Oh man. Well, first of all, I feel incredibly blessed to have been able to be a part of it because as I see myself, I'm kind of between teen and adult. I haven't really left the teen phase, haven't really entered the adult phase. So I felt, very grateful to be able to participate, to be able to, give what I could give to the event and to the people who were attending. And honestly, it was just such a wonderful experience to meet so many other Spiritist youths, to collaborate with them, with you guys, the adults as well. And it was just I'm so grateful, so thankful. I feel so so blessed to be able to have been able to participate, to be participating now, to have met so many wonderful people, hopefully lifelong friends. And you know, I could just repeat the same, the same thing over and over again because it's so true, and it's how I feel really, like, deep down in my heart.
Yeah. But Andre, people don't know that before I know this event has been planned out for more than a year. It was.
Mm-hmm.
And Karen and I and Carlos, Mark, and others were working very hard on the putting together of the skeleton of it all, like the foundation. And then many adults worked, like Leandro, Raquel Leong, so many worked to prepare the basis so you guys could work. And I remember the day you joined the group. And I have to say this
Mm-hmm.
because many people ask me, where are these teens coming from your group? And I said, we don't have teens in our group. And they said, no teen in your group. And I said, no, we don't have. At the Spirit side of Virginia, we have children,
Mm-hmm.
babies, but we don't have teens. So where are they coming from? I don't know. Everywhere. And then I remember when we were selecting the team leaders, I asked Mentor Joseph, as I asked throughout the whole process. I said, we need a team leader for this workshop on sexuality and an MC, but I'm not so sure. And he said, open the registration list, and I show it to you.
Hmm.
And I am not shy to share that he pointed to your name and said, contact Andre Correia. And I said, but who is he? I don't know. I've never met him. Well, he said, but he's registered, so you don't need to worry about it. He wants to be there. So just contact him. And then I contacted you. And from there on, Karen and I were simply, and I say this not out of inciting pride, but just encouraging you to keep going. We were in such awe with your diligence and the diligence that we saw in many of the team leaders. But you overnight helped prepare the foundation for the sexuality workshop, which later was joined by João Zago as well, which is an adorable friend, who is an adorable friend. And you want to tell about how you felt being invited and joining at that level in this
Yeah,
event?
it was such a surprise to me to be chosen because I didn't even when I registered, all I knew is that it was a youth event, and I was encouraged to join by the president of my spiritist center, Norma. And I didn't know what the structure of it would be. I didn't know what we would be doing that weekend, and went to receive that email saying, um, you know, please be a teen leader. I was so touched because you guys were putting this faith in me, this trust in me to help in the leadership of the event, and I didn't know what I had done to deserve it. So right from that moment, I kind of pledged myself to do my very best in order to help the movement, the event, come about in the best way possible, and to put everything that I could in order to help make that a reality, from my side of things. And I was just very, very excited. Again, very grateful to be a part of it. And to this day, I can't believe that it happened. And I was very, it was easy for me to kind of throw my heart into it because it was the event was something that I had kind of been waiting for, this opportunity to meet like minds in regards to spirituality and faith. And so I was very excited, to say the least.
Yes, it was a joy for us. And you participated as in multiple roles as a team leader on sexuality workshop, which is such a difficult topic.
Hmm.
Andre, even in the adult spiritist movement, I know people don't want to talk about this topic. They're like, no, 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 don't sexuality. I'm not so sure. It's too controversial. But you stepped forward, prepared the foundation for it with Carol Correa. Isabella Silvestre, Adriano Barbo also helped as adult facilitators. And then you were joined also by João Zago to do it. How was the experience of leading that workshop with the other teams?
Wow, it was a little nerve-wracking because, like you said, it is such a sensitive topic, so I wanted to approach it in the best possible way. And, João Zago, like you said, he is an adorable friend. He was an amazing help to me because while I was approaching it in this kind of very like rigid, what do the texts say kind of way, he thought, how can we approach the teens as friends and as humans and kind of make this information digestible to them instead of just presenting the facts as the spirits presented to us. And I really needed his input, and he was like the other half, the other side of the coin for me, because together we were really able to put out the best workshop that we could, whereas alone I feel I may have been overwhelmed, or I may have not been able to present the information in a way where people could feel comfortable with it, because I don't feel offended by things easily. So to me, sometimes it can be kind of difficult to see that side of a certain piece of information that may touch someone's mind in the wrong way, or make them feel attacked, or kind of unvalued or devalued. So João Zago, he came to me, he said, we should approach this in a way where we're reassuring people, not just giving them the spiritual facts as presented to us. And when after he said that, I kind of looked at the information, I looked at my own mindset, and as I studied more, I realized that he was right. And even during the event, I believe, I'm not sure who said this, I believe it was Isabella Silvestre. She said that um, Spiritism has come not only to teach us, but also to console us. And I had been neglecting that consoling aspect of the topic of sexuality. So to have João Zago's help was amazing. To have the help of Carol Correia, Adriano, Isabella it was so important to me to have this feedback, these people to serve as sounding boards to help me move forward, to make sure that I wasn't stuck on one topic or stuck in one frame of mind, that I could open myself up to kind of explore the topic in a way that it needed to be explored, in a comforting way, in a way where people would feel welcome to share and to explore themselves and their own preconceptions, and how they can move forward thinking about sexuality through a spiritist lens in their lives, and not just feel, oh, they say this and that, and so I need to like defend myself from these perceived attacks. That's not how I wanted to approach it. And with their help, we were able to make sure that we really did speak about sexuality in a way where everyone could feel as if their voice mattered, as if their opinion was valuable, and in a way that allowed them to not only learn, but to kind of apply these concepts to their own lives in a way that they wouldn't feel like they were being put under the microscope or attacked. That was very important to me, and to have their help meant the world.
That's beautiful. And Andre, I know you guys in your workshop decided on putting together an FAQ list on the Spiritist view on sexuality for teens, right?
Yes.
And I know you produced part of it, and you guys are going to be working upon completing it. Am I right? You want to share a little bit more to the public,
Of
with the
course.
public about this?
So our view was that, this is such a topic with so much, obfuscation around it. No one really understands. There aren't many books written about the topic of sexuality through a spiritist lens, especially not for teens too. So we thought, we would take on the task of kind of doing this research and kind of putting it in a way that it could be easily digested by teens all over the world. And so we started by thinking of questions before we would think of the answers, just like questions that mattered to us and questions that we thought might matter to other teens. And then from there, we chose one or two or three with the time we had left to answer them to the best of our ability. And we plan on continuing to work on all of these questions. I received some great advice to kind of, as a leader of the group, to kind of hand out little homework assignments. Give each or allow each teen to pick like a question or two that they'll research and then to answer it, and we can meet as a group to look over everything and to give feedback to one another and to kind of glue it all together. And from the very start, upon thinking of this FAQ, I thought of it as a living document that could always be added onto. And so that's how I'd like to see it. This group as a group of, like, a lifelong group of work between friends and peers, where we'll always be, because the idea behind sexuality, it's like a lifelong thing. People don't lose their sexuality when they become adults or senior citizens. And this is something that's relevant to life from beginning to end. And so I'd like for myself and for my group members to always be involved in this journey of spiritual exploration within this topic, to kind of bring a lifetime of experience into it. And so, if it's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or even just 1 year of collaboration, I think we can build something and pass it on, perhaps, or keep it to us, or not keep it to ourselves, but keep the collaboration between ourselves and possibly also pass it on, so that it's a living document that's always being expanded upon, that more questions are being added to as they become relevant to our modern era. And we could keep it online. We could, because I believe you wanted, or we spoke about having a print version. So when the group feels that it's ready, we could have a print version, and then the online version could keep growing with the times.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And there is another idea that was shared by our dear Bia Lopes, which was potentially to have a show, a program at Kardec Radio led by you, by the team leaders of each workshop. But like in your case, you and Jonzago and the other teams bringing to life the product, and when you're ready to release, and also talking about it amongst yourselves with the public as well. So that's another idea that she shared with us, and we thought it was very, very interesting. So
yes,
we vouch for it.
that's a great idea.
Right?
The moment you said it, I could already envision how it would work out, and it looks amazing. It sounds in my mind.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Carol Correa, I know you were, besides being the person with us, in the general organization of the whole event, before, during, and after, because here we are every night trying to put together this website. So, Carol, you in the sexuality were very instrumental, meeting many times with André, and João was able to be there once to talk about this workshop with Isabella and Adriano. And what would you like to share? And I know you guys will be helping them to bring this to life, but what would you like to share to the public to assure them that this
to supporting them every step of the way. And what touched my heart and spirit, and that I will never forget, was and is André's diligence. André literally, like you said, worked overnight to put the workshop together. We met one night, all of us as adult facilitators and team leaders. He took the task, he embraced the task. He already asked me for the literature, for the references. The next day we met, and he had already studied all the literature, taken notes, and put together a wonderful PowerPoint that would serve as springboard for the workshop. And I was absolutely amazed at his diligence and the seriousness of his work, and how committed he was, and how willing he was to translate his commitment into action and into charity, because this was truly a reach out service. He has already so much wisdom as a spirit, eternal spirit. And I really love Andre very much because he's so humble. He's willing to share everything that he already knows. And that really amazed me, because in this life, he is still young, and it's rare to see someone this age that is so loving, committed, and wise, to the point where he is a living proof of Jesus's maxim and Kardec's maxim: without charity, there's no salvation. He was and truly is willing to share all that he has in his heart and mind and spirit. So I'm truly honored to be working with him and João Zago. And of course, I am 1,000% committed to supporting them. And I remember that just like now, when we discussed the possibility of putting together a frequently asked question list, Andres said, yes, I can already envision it. I see the questions. These are the questions that I have in mind. May I share them with you? And then I remember that we scheduled our meetings at a certain time, and 10 minutes later, he would write to me and say, Carol, I'm ready. and I was like, really? Pinch me. Is this for real? Yes. So I'm so happy that our governor, Christ Jesus, allowed this beautiful spirit to reincarnate amongst us. And Andres' seriousness and commitment and diligence is amazing to me. And yes.
It's not trivial. We have to say it, André. It's not trivial at all. So we are here. It's just the beginning of a journey of a lot of work, and that's when talking about a lot of work. I think one of the parts that really took much work was done by the UN committee, which was to put together the International Agreement of Action for Spiritist Youth. And Leandro was the first one to step forward and say, I want to join in, I want to help, and was there since the beginning, day one. And then joined by Raquel Leong, Kara Stroh-Snyder, Bia Lopes, and João Zago also was joined them as well. So Leandro, it wasn't simple. But it was beautiful. And I want to say to people before I pass the word to you that they can read the international agreement at the website spiritistyouth.org or spiritistyouth.com. And sorry, 1 second, please. I'm going to show to you guys once again so you can have an idea about the. Just a second, friends. Okay, as you can see here in this tab, we have the spiritistyouth.org website. There is a tab, International Agreement of Action for Spiritist Youth, and we have the versions in Portuguese, Spanish, and French. And there was so much work put into this that I would like Leandro to kindly share with the public, because I have been receiving calls and emails, people asking me, how did you guys do this? And I said, you know, it was a team effort. Leandro, please tell us about.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. It was, as you said, it was a team effort. First, I think the idea was amazing to have this forum that gave the youth the opportunity to debate or discuss the topics openly on a structured manner, and we also not only the discussion, but with the main objective of coming up with this plan of action. We defined this objective, and during the open, we had a brainstorm on the topics that would interest the youth. And from the 10 topics that we selected, during the meeting, we gave them the opportunity to choose 3. And you were actually surprised by some of the topics that were chosen, like politics and suicide, gender equality, but was interesting the topics that were chosen. And from that moment, we developed the material, the background to support the BIA on conducting the forum. But I think the main objective was, how do we bridge this gap between being on planet Christ? How can we create this bridge between the current state and the implementation of Christ's divine plans? So I think when we see the discussions there, I was surprised by the maturity, the ideals of the youth, some very young, and the respect for each other's opinion, and the real intent to make a difference, understanding that it's on our hands to implement Christ's divine plan. It's not something that's going to happen, but with the contribution of everybody.
Yes, and André is here with us. He was there actively participating at that moment. Bia Lopes was leading that forum. And André, you made so many comments that day as well that were pertaining. But one thing that impressed us the most was the level of the objectivity of the comments of the youth, the depth of many times, like depth that you sometimes don't see at the adult level, and an unforeseen respect, because there were issues that were very sensitive, and the way everybody was very gentle, because usually forums are very heated up. This forum was so peaceful. André, your words, your take on it, please.
Yeah, like you said, I was also very surprised, at the level of discourse that we had for the the forum, like so many sensitive topics like suicide and political involvement and gender equality that, many people have very big opinions on, and everyone kind of, all the teens were very self-aware. They didn't overstep their bounds. Everyone tried their best to be, everyone was respectful of each other, and everyone kind of looked within to what they felt, they needed in this world, and then they kind of formulated an opinion based on that. And it was amazing to see how many, younger teens were participating, how many personal experiences were being shared in regards to such sensitive topics, and people cried, people laughed. It was a wonderful experience, and I think the biggest surprise of the weekend to me was how that forum turned out. It was just it was very encouraging to see that level of awareness and respect amongst my peers. It's not something you see every day.
Yes, you're right. And, Leandro, but we know it took a lot of effort. And Bia Lopes was the team leader that certainly made the difference in putting together this forum with her ideas and suggestions. But
Definitely.
you and Raquel, and I have to say it because, when we go back to Kardec's work, I know the information that is illuminated was brought forth through the mediums who were teens, but Kardec did a whole lot of work putting together. And when I saw you and Carol Strozneider and Raquel Leong, I have to say this, when she helped draft the international agreement, and according to many things that Bia has said in the discussion, and the diligence in bringing forth in 4 languages, and you three there helping draft what they were discussing so they would come to life at the end of that day. Please tell us more about these efforts, because there was so much going on there.
Yeah, that was a tremendous teamwork that happened on the weeks before the weekend, where we had to do some prep work on the topics, and also Raquel having the skeleton of the agreement, and it was amazing during the forum. From all the discussions, we were able to put some very sound actions in place that I think really can make a difference in the Spiritist centers, in communities, in schools, or in a day-to-day life. So it was amazing the way it came out in such a short time that we had for, what was it, about 30 minutes or 25 minutes for each topic. And if we look at the actions, it's something that can really make a difference.
Yeah, it was impressive. I mean, I only understood, though we are mediums and we feel the protection of the good spirits, but it took like a more experienced and lucid mind, like Divaldo Franco, when I shared with him about the event, and he said that the harmony, that the smoothness of it all happened due to the fact that we had the presence of the team of the Christ on earth. And I have no doubt, because it was really beautiful. So for now, for those, and I'll show it again, okay? For those who are watching us, remember, go to spiritistyouth.org. This is just the beginning. We're not going to stop unless we're said so by on high. But as you can see, the international agreement is here. And it's a commitment for the next 10 years between adults and teens, and adults supporting the teens. And we're going to do so much with it. We are planning many actions to bring forth the implementation of these key points that were selected by youth: the gender equality, the involvement or the engagement, the awareness on our role in the politics on the earth, and suicide awareness and actions as well regarding the prevention of it all. So we have here Portuguese, Spanish, and French versions. It's very easy for you. People can download very easily. They can download here the information, the PDFs of it all, and share. And of course, the team leaders have asked that we make available at the website a continuing sign-up sheet for the agreement, so people from around the world, teens, can join in and say, I'm committed, I'm joining forces. So we are making this happen very soon, and we will announce it. For now, as there's so much more to share, but we'll let the teens tell you in the future programs, okay? We're organizing it so they host the programs of their own workshops to present to you one by one, separately, what they've done in the leadership workshop and how this can help the world. the sexuality workshop as André Correa has presented to us. And we are going to also see the art workshop, as Alan Montanari has already mentioned, the social media workshop, the service workshop, and also the relationship workshop. So there were 6 workshops. And of course, you may be asking, what about the parents? Oh, yeah, I know they worked hard too. And they produced beautiful things. And one of them is conduct for parents, Spiritist parents that they have put together. We're going to be releasing this in the website, as well as suggestions for the app that we're putting together for the service that is in the website spiritistparenting.org. Spiritist support for parents. There is so much to be done. What can I say but to join us? Ask everyone who is watching, if you want to join us, there is so much to be done. So much. And it's not only about the youth, but it's through the youth that we have to team up. When people ask me as a psychologist about the escalating crisis of anxiety and depression, I think it's because we're not paying attention to those who are next to us. And if we are more friendly and more all embracing throughout the generations, children, teens, and adults, I think we won't have problems anymore because we'll be respecting one another and valuing each other's potential. We will no longer find teens that I've heard this week. A teen saying to me, I feel depressed because, and I said, you're doing college and you feel depressed. Why? Is it your friends? No. I like my colleagues. It's about the faculty. And I said, what about the faculty? And then this person said, well, they don't seem to look at us and care about us. And I said, I understand, but I'm going to tell you a secret as a faculty, okay? Those faculty members, they are also human, and they are so afraid to be found out that they don't know it all, that they create a super abyss between them and the students, so they are not bothered by the potential threat of being found out not being a genius, because that's the myth in academia, that the PhD professors are geniuses, and that's not true. None of us are. So when you look at them with a human eyes, you won't be afraid of them or be depressed or disappointed or frustrated. But they also need to learn how to be less threatened by you as teens, because we don't need to know it all, do we? No. That's why Kardec very humbly asked the good spirits through the teen mediums. It took modesty and humility for a man of his name and stature to bring questions to be answered through teen mediums, because he could simply say, me asking questions to superior spirits through teen mediums, I don't believe them. And that's the case of many around the world today. So with the Spiritist Youth Weekend, we are proposing to restore the order and to believe in the empowerment of the Spiritist youth. Together with them, we can go places. Right, friends? Right, André? Right, Leandro?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And I'll bring here with me, just to finalize, our dear Javian as well. I cannot do this, Javian. I have to bring you here to ask you kindly to wrap up the program with the one single tone that we all love. It's your, let me just bring you here. It's your song, Fill Them with Love. Would you mind playing for all of us once again and delight our minds with this? That's the proposal of it all. Fill them with love. Fill us with love, Javian.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
see the world, you see the pain, you see the war, no open door, no open door. You see the pain in all the faces, all the places, see no stand, you see no stand. Open up their minds and show them that you can live a life without any pressures or demands. Open up their hearts and show them what's inside and fly, fly, fly. 'Cause I have hope in all of us, all our souls are filled with love. Just look in and open up and fill them with love. We all have to be free, spread happiness, no misery. Join our hands and rise above and fill them with love. Fill them with love. Fill them with love. You see the fear, no open mind. They are so blind to all the tears, to all the tears. You see no light. You see the violence, see the hatred through the night, oh through the night. Open up their minds and show them that you can live a life without any pressures or demands. Open up their heart and show them what's inside and fly, fly, fly. 'Cause I have hope in all of us, all our souls are built with love. Just look in and open up and fill them with love. We all have to be free, for happiness no misery. Join our hands and rise above and fill them with love. Fill them with love. Fill them with love. Come on, let the love in. Come on, spread the love out. Come on, let the love in. And spread it all about. Oh, 'cause I have hope in all of us, all our souls are filled. Just look in and open up and fill them with love. We all have to be free for happiness, no misery. Join our hands and rise above and fill them with love. Fill them with love. Fill them with love.
Yeah. I love that
What
song.
wow. So just to say thanks, God and the good spirit, and to thank Jesus in our planet Christ, as Leandro reminded us. That's the theme of the UN Forum, to remind us that we are in a planet that is governed by Christ Jesus, and we are invited to fulfill the on high plan. So thank you, Javian, so much
Thank you.
for bringing in beautiful musical words the feeling of it all. And thank you, André, for your loving presence.
Oh,
We
please,
believe in
thank
you
you.
too. Thank you. And Leandro, thank you. And Raquel and Carol. Thank you, Carol and Alan. And Juliana, Alan's wife, was also very much an adult facilitator. There are so many, and you see their names in the website. We'll bring forth the names of everybody so you can, join the team, because we have said it. Next year, there will be a second one. What can we do but fulfill the plan of on high? The second one, as soon as we finalize the release of it all, you get to know. But the date will be released. It was released last Saturday. It was July. It's going to be July 5th, 6th, and 7th of 2019. What a beautiful date, huh? And we hope you join us as well. For now, just wait for the teen forums to come to Kardec Radio soon and in the upcoming issue of the Spiritist magazine. Thank you, friends. And until next time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.